This is why we're talking. Okay, so still with the numbers. We're still with the ratios. Okay. Let's talk about the ER.
Okay.
Because one of the associations, one of the nursing bodies, organizations that are against this are the emergency room nurses. Yeah. I've never worked in the ER. I've only been down there, and I know how hectic it can be. I know wait times are out of this world. Patients will get frustrated down there. It's a different world, okay? So you ER nurses, let me know. But the ER nurse organization is against this bill. Have you ever worked in the ER? And I don't know, because I don't have any personal experience, but I do know what I hear from the nurses who don't want this to go through, that are part of the ER organization, saying that this is going to rip everything apart, because the exact examples I was giving you about one nurse gone, that happens 24/7 around the clock all day down there.
Because they don't have enough nurses. And I would say that the nurses at my hospital have been incredibly supportive. Actually, the ER Nurse Associations is one of the things that I find the most shocking. And the reason that I find that the most shocking is because of studies that have been posted in their own journals, which say that these numbers in the ER make sense. There was one in 2018 in the Western ER Nurses Journal.
Yes.
And there was one in our association's journal just last year that said that adequate nurse staffing in the ER is essential for good outcomes. And then look at California. California has 47% lower ER times. People are less likely to leave their ERs without being treated, and their throughput, I hate that term, but their throughput...
What does that mean?
Throughput is, it actually started out as a manufacturing term, but it's the term that hospital managers use in your time to get a patient from the emergency department onto an inpatient unit.
Yes.
So the times in California are lower. Yes, because faster.
Oh, yes.
Faster,
yes.
Okay? They can get their patients out of the ER and onto the units faster because the units are staffed better. Okay. So for so many reasons, it really does not make a lick of sense to me that these ER associations they have come out against this.
Okay.
I don't understand at all.
Yeah, so, and that's the thing, because I don't have experience with it, and I just know what I hear, and obviously the organization, I feel like, I would suspect that the ER organization wants the best for the ER nurses, right? And if they think that this is wrong, can I just ask, if the ER is staffed well, right, and, it's heavy, they're getting their patients, is this going to cause a longer wait time for the patients? Is this going to mean that the ambulances can't be bringing in patients? Because in Massachusetts, we have a diversion law, policy, right? What is going to happen to the ambulances that are bringing in patients if we're staffed at the brim? And if we allow a patient that comes in that's coming from the ambulance, that's coming from the ER, the hospital is going to be fined. Okay.
We're not going to, I don't believe that any ER nurse would ever not treat any patient who comes from the door. And the ER nurses that I know are very supportive of this because they know they're understaffed. And my answer, I just gave you the answer to your question.
Yes.
California has 47% shorter wait times than Massachusetts. Okay. Their outcomes are better, okay? Financially, the hospitals are in better shape. It all works. It's out there. And all that stuff that you were sent, all those studies, the information is all there.
It is
from the scientific journals. It's all there.
It is there.
As a nurse who was one of the nurses who helped write the question.
Oh, that's awesome. You did?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've been working on this for a long period of time with my colleagues and with outside groups. We have a coalition of partners, seniors, community groups, religious groups. They all looked at this, and that we have more than 100 sponsors for this thing.
Yes.
And it's just because we're not staffed the way the evidence and way the experience of the nurses tell us we should be staffed.
And the thing is, there's no question in my mind, right? If you go to any ER right now and the nurse is over there and he knows that if I accept this patient, the hospital is going to be fine, but I need to take care of the patient. There is not a single nurse I have ever met in my life that's going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to take care of this patient because I don't want the hospital to be fine. So I respect that. You're right. The care is not going to change. Getting fined or not is the question. And if the hospital continues to get fined, they are going to hire more nurses to make sure that stops happening, which is the ultimate goal. So comment section below. Let me know, what are you still concerned about after hearing their side. If there's no, if you're done having the argument, you've decided, great. Let me know why you've decided, all right? And if you still have questions, like I said, down below, I'll contact them every Friday up until November 6th. The nursing news, I will give you guys updates. Thank you guys so much. Again, shout out to MNA for coming out. Thank you. ANA, I really want to hear from you, so please and thank you. Catch you guys later. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and most important, especially for this, comments down below. Deuces.